Welcome back to Conversations with Mrs. West. I hope that everybody had an amazing Wednesday, a great day at work. You made it safely there and back home to your loved ones. I just want to give a thank you to everybody who has subscribed to YouTube, to follow me, to support me, to just do anything to help my endeavor. I appreciate you. Um, I don't take it lightly that you supporting me. Good evening. Good evening. Um, I appreciate you all. Tonight, we are going to be talking about trading places. Excuse me, gotta have my tea right here. We're going to talk about trading places. Ladies, we're going to talk about trading places with your boyfriend or your husband, your significant other. If you had the opportunity to trade places with him for, let's just say 24 hours, would you? Would you? Yes or no? That's a good question. Some of you may, some of you may not. This would be your opportunity to either get even, if he's not treating you the best, or you've had certain conversations over and over and over again. This would be your opportunity to show him, you know what I mean? To allow him to go through the constant nagging or the constant, conversations that you've already had. Would you do that? Or would you trade places with him to teach him a lesson? How to treat you, how you want to be loved on, how you want to be catered to or protected. That is the question tonight. Let's see, by a show of emojis, put your hand up whenever you join a live. Just raise your hand if you would trade places. I would like to know who would take this as a teaching moment and who would take this as a get even moment. So, and there's no judgment at all. At the end of the day, a few years back, I might be the one to be like, no, I'm gonna teach him a lesson because he need to see how he treats me. Like, for instance, you're in a relationship with someone for, let's say, 2 or 3 years, and you're constantly going back and forth with him about not spending enough quality time. And he's just not getting it. He's not getting it. It's not important to him, or he's not feeling what you're putting down, right? So this would be an opportunity to take it in stride, say, okay, well, now I'm going to play you and I'm going to show you, good evening. I'm going to show you what you're doing, how you're making me feel. You know what I mean? The thoughts that go through my head. So, cheating could be one, not spending enough time with you, being disrespectful, just not doing you right, not participating in the household duties, leaving you to take care of the child all the time, late on bills, priorities in not in order. You know what I mean? Putting all this different things before you. This will be your opportunity to do all of that stuff. Like I said, years ago, I probably would have did that. Like, nah, I'm gonna take this opportunity to do me. I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna get back at him. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to allow him to feel it because he's been putting me through this, and I need him to see what it feels like. Maybe he's never had that happen to him before. Maybe he's never been cheated on before. Maybe he's never been belittled or disrespected before. And this is my opportunity to do just that. Or you could take it as the first day that I am able to be him, I'm going to treat him with kindness. I'm going to treat him with love. I'm going to treat him with respect. I'm going to do all the things that I ask him to do that he does not do. Why doesn't he do it? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he never been in a relationship where anybody has required that from him. Maybe he's used to dealing with yes women, people that just say yes to everything. Oh, do this, do that. Yes, okay, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Or I don't like this, or don't do this, or don't do that. And he just like, yes, yes, yes. And then when he gets with the real woman and you're holding him accountable for the things that you should, with him being the man of the relationship, it's a lot on him. And he don't know how to handle that. You know what I mean? So he just acts like a child and just either runs away or just handle it in different ways. But this is your opportunity to teach him. So the first day that you have as being him, you could, like I said, love on him, right? Tell him to get dressed. When you're getting off of work, tell him to be dressed when you get off of work. Get off of work, come home, tell him to come outside. You're taking him on a date. Open the car door for him, let him get in. You go around to the other side, drive him wherever y'all going. Take him out to a nice restaurant. You pay the tab. You pull his chair for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this may help him see, you know, where you're coming from. When you get home, run him some bath water. Have his pajamas sitting out on the bed. Getting off of work, tell him, oh, babe, I got the kids. Because this is, you're showing him, remember, you're showing him what you would like him to do sometimes. Maybe he's not able to do it every time. You guys have two different work schedules. We know how life goes, you know? But I always feel like, good evening. I always feel like women are always the ones to be like the nurturers and they want to cater to their man or their partner or whatever the case is. And they don't really get that much back. You know, we don't get that in return. So this is your opportunity to show him that. You take the children, let him go do whatever he needs to do because you're in control. You're going to sit him down. You're going to ask him how his day was. You're going to ask him how he's doing, how he's feeling, what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? You just cater to him the way you want to be catered to. Love on him the way you want to be loved on. Show him compassion. Be affectionate. I know everybody is not affectionate, but this, if you're an affectionate person and you're looking for that from your partner, then you need to show him that. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity right here to show him all the ways that you want to be loved on. You want to hold hands walking through the park. If it's raining, you want him to take his jacket off and put it over your head. Chivalry, you might say. But it's deeper than that. Because a lot of females, when I talk to females, they talk about how guys are just not affectionate and they don't, you know, they don't like to spend time. They're always so busy. They feel so overwhelmed with just like work and chores at home or their businesses. If you're running a business, like, it's just so overwhelming and you don't have that one person that you can go home to and tell how your day was or how you're feeling, or, you know, you could just have had a bad day emotionally, or you got a lot of things on your mind and you just want to get that off your chest. And it's nice to come home to have somebody say, how was your day, babe? How you feeling? You need me to do anything for you? And that's what we want to show them. We want to show them that it's okay to do that. It's okay to be vulnerable. It doesn't make you weak because you're vulnerable. It makes you human. So that's what, you know, that's what trading places would be for me at this day and age. Years ago, it would not have been so nice. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It would not have been so nice for whoever it was, because I would have treated you exactly how you treat me. I would have shown you this is not, no, I'm not playing no games with you. This is how it's gonna go. I would have been rude. I would have been nasty. He probably wouldn't have liked me. Like, yeah, this chick is crazy. But that's what growth does to you. You change the way you think. You change the way you move. You change the people you hang around. You change the way you talk. And I mean, it definitely will be a learning experience. It definitely will be a learning experience. What would some of you guys do? Talk to me. Engage. This is what this is all about. What would you guys do if you had a chance to trade places? Would you? Would you not? Why? Why would you? Why wouldn't you? If you were to trade places, would you be the get back person, or would you be the person that is gonna show them how you really want to be treated? I want to know. That's what conversations is all about. We out here trying to, we're putting ourselves out there because it's like these are real things that happen in our real lives. And some people just, I mean, you talk to your homegirls about it, but would you ever tell your man, like, oh, I wish I could be you for one day so I could show you. I wish I could be you for one day so I could teach you how I want to be treated. A lot of men weren't raised to know how to treat a woman. Some people just never had that in their lives. So, I mean, some of it could be their selfishness, or some of it could be they just really don't know. So you have to tell them, you have to show them, you have to teach them. And that's fine too. Hi, Jane. So, I mean, let me hear something. Let me hear something. I just really want to know what people would actually do. Like, if you're married to somebody and for years and years and years, like, how long would you let it last without him making any changes? How long would it last? I don't know. I don't know. It's all up to you. It's how you go about, what really bothers you. It's your limit. Nobody can ever tell you when you've had enough, or, what is too much hurt or pain, or, just nonsense in your relationship or your marriage. You have to know for yourself. And I would just want to know what you guys would do, which way would you go, how would you go about it. If you got 24 hours, you could start off showing him, and then you could end it like, well, this is what you should be doing, or it will be up to you. Definitely up to you. You would trade places now. Okay, why? Why would you trade places? And would you go for the teaching, or would you go for the showing a lesson? That's what I want to know. You gonna teach a lesson, or you gonna, just show them how you want to be treated? It's simple. It's really simple. I don't know what you would do now. Maybe when you were younger, you would have done that. But like I said, with age, we grow, mentally, spiritually, you know. So I don't know. Like I said, I would definitely be the one to show my partner how I want to be treated. And hopefully he would get something from that, or she would get something from that. Because if you love and care about somebody, you would want to do things to change, to make things better. Who wants to be arguing and fighting all the time? Who wants to hear nagging all the time? You don't want to come in the house from working all day and to somebody like, well, I asked you if you could do this and you didn't do it. Like, nobody wants to go back and forth unless you're just that toxic and you just don't give a damn. I don't know. But you have the opportunity, you have the chance, and you should take it. If you had the opportunity, I feel like you should take it. Even if you didn't want to teach them a lesson and be mean or treat them how they treat you, I feel like you should take the opportunity to trade places just to see. Because maybe he's one. Yes, teach him how I want to be treated to a certain degree. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's your right. Like, he needs to see how you want to be treated. He needs to know. He needs to feel that. He needs to feel that. That's absolutely right. I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing. If you're usually cooking in the house, like, and he never cooks, and you guys always go about, argue back and forth about cooking, cook him a nice dinner or take him out for a nice restaurant. Um, if it's about sex, like he don't want to give up the sex and you want it all the time, or he don't want it, and I mean, vice versa. What you gonna do about it? You gonna bring it up? Are you gonna give him some sex? Like, oh, this is what I want. Is there foreplay? Is there no foreplay? Would you like more foreplay? You need to be telling him this. You need to be showing him this so he can pick it up and know moving forward, oh, this is what she wants. This is what she likes. Because some men do not pay that close attention. I promise you, I know. And it's like you're going through the motions, but you're really not attached to it. You're not emotionally there because they don't care to make sure that you're pleased. So, I mean, that can go left real quick too. You get bored. And that's when other things start to happen. You don't really say too much because you feel like you already said enough. You talked enough. You voiced your opinion. You said you don't like this, or why can't we do this, or why can't we try this? And nothing has changed. So here's your opportunity to show him that. It's all on you. It's all on you. Me personally, I don't feel like getting back at somebody is the best way to go. I always believe in like teaching and learning. You know what I mean? We go through different obstacles in life, and 9 out of 10 times there's a learning experience that comes with it. So I mean, I don't believe in going, being petty, going back and forth and back and forth. But at the end of the day, some people do. Exactly. If you're into me, you're going to pay attention. That's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. When they're into you, they pay attention to detail. Oh, I heard her say she liked this. Let me go check this spot out. And oh, I know that she likes when I touch her there, or I rub here, or I kiss here. If they're into you, they're going to pay attention. Maybe he's just not that into you. I say to a certain degree because you should not have to show a person how to treat you if they care and love you. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. That's a fact. You don't want to trade places. I feel you. And I mean, that's your choice. A lot of people probably would not trade places. But I agree with you on the not having to show you how to love me. Like, either you love me or you do not. Either you care about my feelings, or you care about, how I'm feeling, or you don't. I mean, like I said, life gets in the way. You get busy. There's work, there's children, there's, extracurricular activities. The kids might be into this, like when they're younger and all that stuff. But once the kids get older and you have more time to make time for one another, you should definitely not have to teach someone after a certain amount of time how to love, how to treat you. You shouldn't have to teach nobody how to love you, because if they love you, they love you. But you shouldn't have to teach anyone how to treat you if you guys have been together for a certain amount of time. Nobody's teaching us how to treat them. We're treating them how we would like to be treated. And that's where we start until other stuff starts happening. When other stuff starts happening, then we don't treat you as kind. We don't treat you as nice. We're not as loving. We're not as caring. But until then, that's just a woman's nature, to love on you, to nurture you, to care for you, to be affectionate, to be considerate, stuff like that. Right? What's supposed to say? don't know how to love on themselves. That's a different conversation. If they don't know how to love on themselves, they are not going to most likely know how to love on you correctly. Because I mean, that's self-work. They have to work on themselves first. Because if you think you ugly, you don't think you're worthy of love, if you don't love yourself, or you look in the mirror, you don't see what you like, how are you going to love somebody else in that magnitude? You can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. It all starts here. I mean, you can try to help them. You can give them self-affirmations. You can tell them, look, you strong. I believe in you. You got this, babe. You can always have their back. But if they don't believe it for themselves, it's like talking to a brick wall, honestly. Because it's going, and he hears it, but if he doesn't feel that way inside, it's not going to happen. Exactly. A lot of men did not come from a house of love. They was taught, like you say, young men and men are taught to be strong, not to cry, never to show weakness. And that's what they hold on to. That's what they hold on to. So to be vulnerable and to show they care about something, that is not manly to them. It's not manly to them. It's not. And it's sorry to say, a lot of our black men come from households like that. They were raised by grandparents. They were raised by their mom. They were raised by maybe some uncles or older brothers. And that's what they're taught, to be strong, not to show weakness, not to be vulnerable, not to cry. And that's why it's hard for them to show us black women or whoever they're with affection. It's hard for them to be vulnerable to us because they've never had that and they were taught not to be that way. But I promise you this, if somebody feels safe enough with you and they feel like they can trust you, I'm sure those walls will start coming down. Because trust is a big thing for them. You know what I mean? Those walls will start coming down if they feel like you are sincere, you're genuine, and you really have their back the way you say you do. Those walls will come down. But it's hard. It's hard to love somebody that didn't come from a home of love. Because it's like they're still in survival mode. You know what I mean? They're still in survival mode. They feel like everybody is against them. And they don't really recognize when somebody really loves them unconditionally and have their back. They don't know what that feels like. They just know, I gotta go hard. It's me against the world. Like that kind of mentality.